Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News. That's right, some free Sunday content for you all out there. Sunday School Dave is in session. Let's talk about it. Tayshia with a heartfelt plea. Now, some people might say, Dave, why the change of heart with Tayshia? I've always liked Tayshia. Okay, I'm like a distant relative who's always rooting her on. I root Tayshia on. You know, every once in a while we look at something and we go, why did someone say something like that? But we never criticize them to the severity that they get criticized in their DMs. We just, we talk about the show and its different forms and facets. So Tayshia's got a heartfelt plea. It's 7 minutes long. I'm going to play the whole thing. I'm not going to edit it whatsoever. We're just going to listen to what she has to say. And she doesn't show her anger or bitterness or whatever she feels towards the negative fans too often. So when we see her sort of maintain her own positivity and set her own boundaries, but also discuss the fact that if you're out there hate following, just unfollow. She basically tells everyone, if you don't want to support my life, just unfollow, which I totally respect that. I'd rather have people say, oh, Dave, you're not my cup of tea. Go find somebody else, rather than stick around and just angrily whatever. But that says more about them, Tayshia, than it does about you. Now, we're going to get into it. First, before I get into it on a Sunday, I wanted to just share this with you. My Instagram stories here, be careful now, are making cinnamon rolls. Gluten-free. Vegan. Cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls.
Will they work or not? Here's the poll, yes or no.
So, do you think these turn out? That's a nice brown sugar cinnamon concoction. And then I roll them up. Now here's the problem. You can already tell that the lack of eggs is making for a sort of flattened experience. Less cinnamon roll, more cinnamon flatbread.
Pan up. Damn,
now, I'll show you this last one.
Errors happening here.
Real mess.
Oh no!
It's
real mess.
It's completely fucked.
Anyway, if you want to see how that ends, you can go check that out. We actually were able to bake it back into life, so you can go check that out. All right, back to Tayshia. Here's Tayshia. And again, if you want to be a part of our ever-growing community on Patreon, which is a private membership-only live stream, patreon.com/Dave Neal, I've been sharing stuff like wedding planning, and we do behind-the-scenes live streams, work with Dave. I do have a big, we are going to be talking about my upcoming wedding on Monday on the Patreon there. So join the Patreon. It's as little as $5 a month. Okay, let's get into it. Here's what Tayshia has to say.
Flew into Orange County. I just felt like I had a little message that I wanted to share to everyone. It's a little long, but I really feel like it comes from the heart. And it's really just me wanting to let you guys a little bit more into my life and my heart and everything that I'm doing.
Good.
So
we like that.
Take a listen if you want to.
I do.
It'd mean a lot to me. Boy, I am tired.
Filmed on Wednesday.
I have just been running around. Can you recognize my background?
In Orange County.
In Orange County. I have such a fun week ahead.
Cute glasses.
And I want to have a little conversation. I really want to let you guys in on my life and really just show you.
By the way, it's never good. Whenever my fiance's like, Dave, I want to have a little conversation. I'm like, oh, shoot. What did I do?
Like all the fun stuff I do. All of my day-to-day things that I'm going through, feelings I'm going through. I really want to bring you guys in more because I feel like there's so much happening in my life. But I'm a little apprehensive. And it's truly just because I'm protecting myself. And I will say, like, my specific audience, all of you guys are,
Bachelor
I'd say
Nation.
98% of you, which is a massive chunk, is extremely supportive. But then I will say, I definitely have seen like a shift in Instagram in the last couple of years.
Haters.
Where it's just gotten to be such a negative platform where people just feel so compelled. And I understand you're sharing your opinions. Like, clearly don't put it out there if you don't want somebody else's opinions. Also, I put my life on reality television.
No, and you know what, Tayshia? You don't have to apologize for going on a reality TV show. That doesn't give the 2% the right to judge your every move. And I know people say, Dave, you make 1,000 videos about her. Yeah, well, okay, guilty as charged, but here we are rooting her on. If it's to pursue her next relationship, we root her on in whatever she ends up doing.
And so you definitely have felt in the past that
I'm also not in her DMs.
You're living with me and you want to experience everything with me and you want to be happy and supportive, but also like kind of give me advice. I understand all of that. But also at the same time, like, if y'all have like a playbook as to how I should be living my life and like what's better for me, maybe you should send that over, because I sure as hell didn't get one when I was born. But I'm glad that you got one.
Oh, this is snark.
I mean that in the most loving way.
She goes, I mean that in the most loving way. That's like, you sure you're not from the South? I feel like that's a Southern thing, like, bless your heart. No, listen, she's saying, look, if you know how to do better than I'm doing, give me that playbook, audience. Hey, good for you, Tayshia. You don't have to sugarcoat this, Tayshia. Lay down the law.
I just want to be able to live, make mistakes, share my wins and my successes.
Free Tayshia.
But also like grow and learn and teach and like, I just want to live. I just want to live. And obviously, I think you guys have seen a shift in like what I share. And I understand some of you guys are just like, Tayshia, we love you for you. We want to know more about you. I guess I have just stepped away a lot just to protect up here. And like, this is my number one. At the end of the day, I'm the only one looking out for me, like as much as you guys try to help me.
Isn't it crazy if we didn't have DMs on this bully pulpit right here? If we didn't have direct messages set up, none of this would exist. None of this would exist. She would just go on happily living her life.
Like, it's my life and whatnot. So I have to do what's right for me. But at the same time, you guys, so much has happened. Like, I mean, I've moved, for Christ's sake. I want to show you guys my apartment. Like, I'm doing so many amazing things that, like,
how did she use the Lord's name in
I
vain?
pinch myself on a daily basis. And, I know that when the time comes and I share it, you guys are so happy and supportive. But there's so many of you
kind of matching.
So negative. Like, just so infuriating.
And the problem is all the negative people she's talking to, she doesn't know who they are. So you get rid of 7, there's 7 more. It's like trying to swat flies away when there's just a never-ending supply. And the people will go, well, just don't react to it. She's trying to set boundaries around how she deals with her life, But I do think it might be good there is a setting where you can only respond to verified people. I hate to say that, but that might get rid of like 99.99% of this.
Really hate this glare that's on my glasses right now. But like, look, you guys wanted to know why I was in London. Like, I got comments of saying like, she's in London. If you're so happy, you don't need to be telling people you're happy. You should just show people you're happy. I'm just like, bro, it's okay for me to tell you that I'm happy.
By the way, bro, it's definitely not a man. These are like 92% of the Bachelor audience is women. And I'm not blaming women on this. I'm just saying there's a sub-segment of people that are just not happy. And they see Tayshia living her dreams and they're not happy about that. And that means, you need to look inward. If you're writing anything but positivity on someone's photos that you don't know, look in the mirror, figure out what's hurting. Go do a yoga class.
Living my best life. And also, I didn't want to tell you guys that like, hi, I'm just doing this for me because I'm a single girl just trying to figure out my freaking life right now and like do something for me because it's been a really hard past couple of months. And like,
this is as close as we're getting to Tayshia sharing her feelings. I applaud this. I truly, truly applaud this. You can kind of hear a little bit of like, timbre in her voice there, getting a little like she's trying so hard and she's tried to stay away and the hate just keeps following her. I gotta empathize with Tayshia. She wants to live her life and she feels like she's holding back. This should be the highlight moment of her life. She's like in the pinnacle of her success right now. I hope she's able to just rip the Band-Aid off and say F the haters. I think that's what you finally have to do. You can only try to appease everyone for so long before you're like, you don't like it? 2 exits there, some on the wings, and GTFO in the back. Okay, you got a flight attendant, the trolls right at the door.
It just would make me happy. And like, that's why I was there. I had some jobs that I was able to like find out there and like do, but like, I literally just did it to put a smile on my own damn face. That's why I did it.
Now, we know Tayshia has hired an assistant due to the Payment Protection Act, the PPP loans. And good for her. Good for her. She's got an assistant now. Give your assistant the phones and just every day block anything that doesn't even resemble positivity. And hopefully you'll just But by the way, I got this lady, Marcy. There's 2 people, Marcy Spalding and this person named Judith Mayes, that keep on creating fake new accounts, and I keep blocking them, and all they do is post evil, mean, like the meanest of things. So if they're out there, like, please go, like I said, go to yoga. You can't be angry while you're doing war. You can't be like, you'll feel good.
always wanted to be in London, and like I did it for myself, and I'm so happy that I did that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not mad. I really shouldn't be talking this much. I'm supposed to be on voice rest.
I believe her. I believe you cannot be mad, but still be disappointed in the fact that you can't control this aspect of your life. She's going to get a lot of her success because of the following and equity she has built. And a portion of those people are just going to be, not good, not nice people. And you can't always get rid of them. You can just try to elevate the positivity. I think she's doing that.
Which, by the way, you guys gave me so many good recommendations for. I need to share that because a lot of you guys actually asked. But I got a lot of notes for tea, rest, don't speak essentially for 48 hours, which is nearly impossible. But I've been trying really hard.
She mentioned Zach. Hold on.
Anyway, I just get worked up. I've had so much I want to say. Like, I could talk like for hours on this, and I really just want to connect more.
Talk.
Like, I want it. Like, I personally do. I just want to feel like this is a safe community. Like, I just want to have like a boss ass community of women that like
and men
go through things together, and like, you guys get me. You guys have inside jokes with me. Like, you guys can spot things and be like, Tayshia, that was not it, or like, I can tell you're up to something because you're smiling a certain way. Like, I just want us to be like besties, Like, I just want to. Okay, look.
And it's almost like when a mom wants to be a best friend with a daughter. Sometimes you can't be besties with your fans. Some of them you will be, but some of them you just need to. They're just not on the same energy frequency as you. So just keep living your life. But I get the sentiment. I did
something with my hair. See, this is the thing. I did something with my hair today, but I'm like saving it because I'm up to something
castor oil
this week,
a
and
little sticky.
Debut it then, But I just want to be able to just really like get excited to share on this platform. And I think the reason I am so quiet on here, or I kind of share this and that, and I don't really let you guys in, is because I'm just truthfully trying to protect myself. And look, I appreciate that you guys were so invested in like love my previous relationship.
Bingo.
But at the same time, like, let me live, like, let me heal, let me grow, let me move on, let me just be me. And
all right, Tayshia, I'm not going to speculate on you and Zach unless I have concrete evidence. All right? It's officially dead. We saw you. We thought you were at a florist with him. You were sharing a personal trainer, liking each other's tweets. His mom still follows your Etsy account. I don't know. The point is we had hope. Hope is gone. Hope is dead. Let Tayshia spring anew. And, okay.
Whatever happens with that, eventually one day, like, I could share with y'all. But, like, until then, like, just respect. Like, I'll open up when I want to. Look, all in all I wanted to say is, if you're for me, be here. Let's freaking go. Like, let's have a community of women that just, I don't know, support one another and just are happy.
And what if they're not? What if they're not?
And if you're not for me, then
GTF.
By all means, please, like, unfollow me. It's
Peace.
okay. Like, it's actually probably healthier for both of us.
Bye.
And it's okay.
Bye.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I understand that, and I appreciate that, and I respect that, actually. So anyway, hi. I should probably go back to voice rest, and it's going to be a fun week. So, yeah, I need to drive up to LA now. I'm headed there because I am co-hosting tomorrow.
All right, so this is from Wednesday. So she already did all that. Yeah, look, the audience needs to understand that following somebody and supporting their career and investing in them, it doesn't give you ownership over what choices they make. You get entertainment from watching their life, and they get to live their life, but of course they obviously have to deal with some of your criticism too. Now, there are cases when someone's, like supporting a brand that might be toxic or talking in ways that are discriminatory. Tayshia's not doing any of that. She's just trying to live her life, and by not oversharing with everybody, people feel like they can fill in the blanks, and I know we're guilty of that too. Okay, all right, I get the message. All right, let me know what you guys think about this. We might have more content today. Otherwise, Monday's going to be jam-packed. So much going on, even in the off-season. Follow us on Patreon if you want, put a little bread in the tip jar. Patreon.com/Dave Neal, and wrong button there. And we will see you guys in a little bit. Everyone have a good rest of the weekend.